Hi! I'm actually feeling pretty good, all things considered. My girlfriend came in from Toronto and I haven't seen her for a long time, and we decided to go out yesterday. We had a really nice supper at Earl's on South Albert. That's Albert Street. And after catching up, we went bowling with a bunch of our friends. I introduced her to some of my friends from my bowling team, and my lead actor from my feature film Mercy. And we had lots of fun bowling, and then we ended up going to Bonfire, hang out and have a few drinks and just be silly. And we had a really good time. I'm not used to going out, so I'm a little hoarse because I was doing lots of yelling. But it was lots of fun. And we stayed up really late. Everybody else left, sporadically throughout the night. And then Rachel and I ended up staying the latest. Ryan was our host. And he was a great host. He's so laid back and so easygoing. So I got home really late. I don't think I got to sleep till almost 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm tired, but I feel good. But the show must go on, and I did find one that's actually very time consuming. I wanted to do something simple, and it didn't turn out simple at all. This is called Sweet and Sour Chicken. It is in the crock pot. I'm quite loving this crock pot these days. Until I get a new stove, I'll probably be using that quite a bit. And the reason why, it took me an hour and a half to prep for this recipe, so you missed all that. And the reason why it took me so long is because my chicken was frozen. I should have taken it out yesterday and defrosted it in the fridge, or thawed it out in the fridge. But no, I took it out today, so I had to put it in the microwave and defrost it in the microwave, and that took forever because you have to flip it every couple of minutes and then just keep doing that over and over and over until it's ready. So I did that, and this recipe doesn't call for chicken breasts. It actually calls for 1 pound boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and then you're supposed to cut it into 1 inch pieces. But I have chicken breasts, and I'm like, whatever. Chicken's chicken. I know it's really not. There's different parts of the chicken for a reason, but I just used breasts, whatever. And I didn't use, I have about 1 pound. Yeah, it's all cut up and ready on my plate here. But I don't have, it's calling for 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's spelled Hoisin. I don't have that. I've never even heard of it. So I looked up what you can substitute with that, and I found a little recipe that says to make hoisin sauce, you actually use soy sauce, black bean paste, or peanut butter. I used peanut butter because I don't have black bean paste. Honey or molasses. I don't have molasses, so I chose honey. White wine vinegar. I don't have white wine vinegar, so I used rice vinegar. I need to go and get some ingredients. Garlic powder, sesame oil, and then hot sauce. You guys all know how I feel about spicy foods. So anyway, I cut this recipe in half because I only need 2 tablespoons. And I'm already starting off with 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of black bean paste or peanut butter, 1 tablespoon of honey or molasses, 2 teaspoons of white wine vinegar, 1/8 teaspoon of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of sesame oil, and 20 drops of hot sauce. So I cut it in half, but I cut my hot sauce not just in half, but I only put in 1/4. So I put in 5 drops of hot sauce. And even then I think it's going to be too hot for me, but I did it anyway because I know that Jared and Curtis appreciates a bit of the kick. So Jamie not so much. But anyway, so I prepped everything else and just got it ready so that I can just put it all together into the crock pot so that we can let it sit for, it calls for, it says that you can let this recipe sit for 2.5 to 3.5 hours on low. So I'm gonna cook it for 2.5 hours because it's already 4:30 and Curtis is at work. He doesn't get home till 7. So if I start now, we'll be done, you know, just in time. Like, we'll be ready to eat just as he gets home. So, well, a little bit after 7 because it's 4:36. Oh my gosh, I'm so hoarse. Oh, I don't even know if you would call that hoarse. Anyway, it was fun. Okay, let's get started. Enough talking. So, I'm supposed to combine the broth. It calls for a 1/4 cup of chicken broth, which I've got here. I had a little spatula. Oh, there it is. My Barbie spatula, that's what I call it. Actually, probably even too big for Barbie. It's more like a Smurf spatula. It's just so tiny. Okay, so I'm supposed to combine, make sure I'm doing this right. I'm so nervous, I'm so tired. Okay, I'll already put that in there. Alright, soy sauce calls for 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about today is my appearance for this show. I don't really do much with my hair or my attire or my makeup when I do this show for a reason. Because I want this show to come across as very natural. I don't know anybody who is cooking for their family and they go and they do their face, their hair, and they dress up and then cook for their family. So I guess I just want it to be very natural. And so, I mean, everything that I'm doing right now is exactly what I would be doing if the camera wasn't on. Well, I wouldn't be talking to the wall or pretending that somebody was out there without a camera. I wouldn't be doing that. But what I mean is everything that you see me doing here, I'd be doing naturally anyway. So the only difference is the camera's on and I'm talking to you. But otherwise, this is the real deal. I don't even know why I explained all that. I need more sleep. Okay. Anyway, hoisin sauce. Let's do this. 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. All right. This is my homemade hoisin sauce. It's interesting. Interesting smell. Interesting look. All right. We even have a little bit left over. I knew that would happen. Vinegar. Cider vinegar. 1 tablespoon of cider vinegar. Oh yeah, okay, that's right. Thought I made a boo-boo. 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. Okay, just trying to get it out. Okay, that's not working. I think I need something to scoop that out with. Yes, I do. I'm gonna get a knife. Oh my goodness. There's gotta be a better way to scrape this out of here. Whatever. I'm making a mess. What's new? Okay, brown sugar. 2 teaspoons of packed brown sugar. One, 2. And then garlic calls for 1 clove of garlic minced. Alright. I actually cheated and used 2 because 1 didn't seem to be very much. And pepper. 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Okay. Now I'm supposed to stir well to mix. I'll grab a spatula. You know, I don't really know. I'm beginning to think this is not a spatula. Why do I keep calling it? Like, isn't a spatula like have something like a flat head and it's used to put icing on a cake? Isn't that a spatula? So why do I keep calling this? This is a whisk. Oh my gosh, how many times have I made these videos and I've called my whisk a spatula? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Okay. Anyway, whisk. Hopefully I got it right all the other times. I don't know why I was calling it. Well, I'm tired. Okay, but if I got it wrong in other videos and I wasn't tired, then what's my excuse, right? Curious to know what that smells like. Yuck. You know, I don't know why I never seem to like the smell. Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, you all know that I like the smell of fried onions. But most of the time when I combine the ingredients like this, it never smells very good uncooked to me for some reason. Maybe that's normal. All right. So now I'm supposed to add the chicken and stir well to coat. All right. Now what? Cover and cook on low for 2.5 hours or 3.5 hours. And later on, we're supposed to remove the chicken when it's ready with a slotted spoon, keep it warm, and then combine cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of cooking liquid in a small bowl, and then add to the crock pot slow cooker and then stir in chives. Turn the heat back on and stir 2 minutes or until sauce is slightly thickened. Gosh. And then you're supposed to serve that over rice. So we will finish that in 2.5 hours. Oh boy, I really gotta do something about the lighting in this place. This is terrible. Anyway, I let it cook for an extra 10 minutes. Not really, because it says that you can, how gonna sneeze. Ah, phew! Woo! Pardon me. See, in the crook of the arm. Because I'm cooking. And it's a good thing to do anyway when you're around other people and out in public. So, yeah, you don't get other people sick. I'm not getting sick, I just had a tickle in my nose. But anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, right. So you're supposed to cook on low for 2.5 to 3.5 hours. And so it's been 3 hours and 40 minutes. So I'm gonna test the chicken, make sure it's done, and then carry on with the rest of the recipe. Oh my, all the meat is sticking together. I'm telling you, it smells so good. Like, I was outside working in the backyard cleaning out our shed, and I could smell it outside, and we don't even have our windows open. It smells so good. Like, if it tastes nearly, like, even a smidgen of how good it smells, I might give my very first 10. I might give my very first 10. Okay, so I'm gonna test out this chicken. Make sure it's fully cooked, which I imagine it would be, but just in case. And if it's not, I'm gonna make myself sick. Dang it! Now I know what it tastes like before everybody else. I ruined it. Oh well. First time for everything. Oh. It's so good. Wow. But I'll save my creed for later. All right. So while I was waiting for that to cook, I made some yummy, yummy cauliflower. Love cauliflower. And I made some rice. Okay, so I'm supposed to remove the chicken with a slotted spoon and keep warm. All right. Put it in here. Okay. Now what? Continue or combine cornstarch. So it calls for 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. And 2 tablespoons of the cooking liquid. It's going to be hard to scoop. Oh, well, it's not if you tilt it. Okay. 1, 2. All right, now I'll mix that up. It's probably going to get lumpy though. Not too bad actually, it's not lumpy at all. I'm surprised. Right on. I suppose if I let it sit for too long it might have. Okay. And now I'm supposed to add that to the crock pot slow cooker. Okay. And then I'm supposed to add chives. Now they called for 2 tablespoons of minced chives, but I've got dried, freeze, like it says, freeze dried chives. Oh, and this tablespoon that, oh, I'm gonna use this instead. So I'm not gonna put in that much because it's not fresh, it's not minced. So I'm only gonna put in a tablespoon. This I'm using, oh dear, I just realized I grabbed a teaspoon. Well,
whatever, 2 teaspoons.
of chives. Yeah. Hope that doesn't ruin the taste. Okay, so stir that.
It smells pretty good still. Anyway, so I'm supposed to, oh, what a mess. So sloppy. Turn this to high.
Okay. And stir. Oh. Okay, I'm supposed to keep stirring. I just put the lid on. And I wasn't supposed to do that. So I'm supposed to just continue to stir for 2 minutes or until the sauce is slightly thickened.
Okay, I probably boo-booed because you're supposed to stir for 2 minutes until the sauce is slightly thickened. Well, for 2 minutes or until the sauce is slightly thickened. But I don't want to stir for 120 seconds straight, so I stopped a couple times to do a few other things, then come back and stir some more and stop and stir some more and stop. And now it's been 4 minutes and it hasn't thickened at all. Probably because there's probably a reason why they say to stir constantly, because the constant stirring is probably what thickens it, which is why my sauce is not thick yet. Well, it's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be thick. It's supposed to be slightly thickened, but it hasn't thickened at all. But I don't think any amount of stirring is really gonna make a difference.
So I'm going to serve it as is. All right, we'll see what everybody thinks. Try this sauce. I'm not putting it on your rice unless you like it. Okay, and this is sweet and sour chicken.
Okay.
All right, try it. See if you like it. Take a bigger bite. You can take the whole thing to get a good feel, a good taste for it.
I don't like it.
Of course you don't. Okay, Jared.
It's hot.
It's hot?
Yeah. Wait, what is this? Is this what you mean?
It's sweet and sour chicken.
Oh.
If you don't like the sauce, I'll just give you the rice and then the chicken.
Hopefully I like it. But
Aww.
what if it tastes different on the chicken?
Yeah, I know. Do you want me to try it with the chicken?
Yeah.
Okay, that's smart. You hold this.
Because that's
Don't-
how I'm going
don't
to eat
take
it
it.
anyways. I'm not going to eat the sauce by itself.
Okay, don't. I love your logic. It makes so much sense. Okay, we'll add this little chicken to it. Like so. And if you like it, I'll put it on your rice.
It's fine.
Okay. Sweet and sour chicken. Coming up.
That's not really sweet and sour, but...
What would you give it?
6 or 7.
Okay. So I know you don't like the sauce. You hate it. So now try the chicken. Tell me what you think.
Okay. If you don't like the chicken, you have a disease. So.
What would you give it?
I'll give it out of 4.
Mm-hmm. So you want lots of chicken.
I said 4. No, I want lots of chicken.
2.5 hours? How could it be dry?
Yeah, in the sun. I don't know, it just feels like it was dried out.
Dried out chicken. It's been marinating
Oh.
for
In
hours
juice.
in juices. You tell me if it's dry, Curtis.
Yes, it is.
Dry.
Yes, it is.
What do you think?
Nope, next click.
What would you give
I'm
it?
not saying it's bad. I'm just saying
7.
it's dry.
Okay.
The flavor is kind of.
Not sweet and sour.
It's definitely not.
It's supposed to be sweet and sour.
Nope.
Okay.
Let's try this. No, I don't know what it is. It's not sweet and sour.
Yeah, it's bland, kind of, but it's still chicken and rice. I like it.
Oh my god.
If you just fed me rice,
I can't taste anything either.
if you just fed me rice with butter and forgot what it's called.
Soy sauce.
Yeah, no. Soy sauce. I would just rate it a 10.
That's not funny. I didn't make the soy sauce.
True, but it's.
You guys are all fired.
Okay, what do you think of this?
Pardon me?
Did you
Cut
just...
me. He scraped me with his nail.
What?
That's my son. He's 12 years old. He
Jamie,
screams like a little
hold
girl.
the camera level. It's gonna be crooked.
I
She has it at a
didn't know you were
45-degree
gonna
angle.
see this.
Yeah.
She's a very bad photographer.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. You just said I'm great.
I know I did.
My mom lied.
Okay, what
I don't lie.
So you did now.
Watch it, boy. I don't lie. I don't like
You
liars.
can't catch me. I'll be at Dallas Valley.
Okay, what do you think of it?
I don't know what's wrong with these people.
It's
It is
good.
so good.
No,
It's good?
And there's lots of flavor. And it tastes nothing like sweet and sour. But it's really, really good.
Yeah.
I will give it,
Gordon Ramsay.
I'm gonna give it a 9.5, just to be facetious.
Okay, goodbye.